Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time Car Show. Today coming to you from the Houston Summer Auto Show at NRG Center. We got guests from the show lined up for you. We'll review our new car of the week, the 2021 Ford Ranger, take a look at the events calendar, and bring you this week's auto news headlines. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars in the red shirt. King Conrad DeLong here in the
bowling shirt.
Bowling. Don Armstrong here in the black shirt. And then we have over here in a separate fan gallery, we've got Jeffrey Zekin and David Ainsley. We are so glad that you could join us here today from the Houston Auto Show Summer Edition. And also, it's good to know that we are joined now, finally, by Ben Miller, the Houston Auto Show Classic Car Show. Now, I don't know what you actually call it up there, but we call it the Classic Auto Show. Am I right?
What's the classic section? So
the classic section.
We're the classic section.
That's what his T-shirt
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, we fit right in up there, don't we?
Yeah. He's got the T-shirt.
This is an old shirt, though.
That's the 2018.
I think we're antiques, Tom.
We are.
Anything over 50 is an antique.
We would be the antique section, not the classic section.
I like classic at my age. I prefer classic over antique.
You would, yeah. Well, you're more dignified than me. Classic. We're antique.
I don't know about that. But
Becky said old.
Old, yeah. Exactly.
Did she?
Is there an out to pasture
Thank you, dear.
club?
Out to pasture club.
Yeah.
There's that. So, Ben, what have you brought us this year?
Well, we've got about 20 really good cars.
Do you remember which 20 exactly that are out there?
It's going to be tough to remember them all, but I know most of them.
Well, first of all, let us explain that out of the kindness of his heart, Ben manages to gather up some of the finest classic resto-mod, antique, cool cars generally in the Houston area that there are to be found. Mm-hmm. He gathers them up, friends of his, contacts of his. This guy is connected. He's a car-connected kind of guy.
More connected than us. He's got some cool cars.
I know he does. And I was telling Conrad before, I said, it's amazing that every year we always say, we're going to contact Ben Miller during the year, have him on the show, and we're going to talk about his connections and the people that he knows and cars that they have. And what happens? We never call you. Why is that? Do we have his number?
Well, this year I think it's,
no, we're not buying that.
No,
it's not. No.
Okay.
The COVID thing is just an excuse now. But at any rate, so you need to give him your phone number.
I think he's got it.
I got it.
I think
we never call him. Why is that? So it's your fault.
Do you want to give it on the air?
It's always my fault. I was just waiting for you to get there.
I got you.
And I think my wife was fixing to get there before you were.
Oh. Yeah, no doubt.
Is 1-900?
Yeah, that's right. So what? I don't want to press you too hard, but for me, I could maybe remember two cars. So
what did you remember?
None, because I haven't seen any of them.
Prevagen.
So what kind of toys did you bring this year?
Well, it's a really good mix, like usual. Like y'all said, there's really early stuff. There's muscle cars. There's so what we basically based everything on is with it being the summer show, they wanted summer type cars.
So we got some convertibles out there.
A lot of convertibles.
Cruisers.
Have a VW, a 21 window VW bus.
Oh, nice. Nice. So there's a surf theme going on.
Yes, and it's got a surfboard on top.
Nice.
The combi.
And then the same owner has a 56 Porsche 356 convertible over there.
Oh my gosh!
And it's a real car. It's not a kit car. It's a real car.
So this thing isn't worth anything, is it?
Oh.
A little bit.
They have ropes around it to keep.
I was just going to say,
right.
is it busted out of the six-figure group? Is it into the It's a seven-figure car.
It's a six-figure. Yeah.
Solid six-figure car.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Do you have any, regular guy cars like Chevys out there or something?
Of course. Yeah. There's just a few that are a little more rare than the others. I have a 70 Olds 442 W30 convertible.
What color?
Yellow.
I thought they all were.
He's in.
I thought they were all yellow.
Mine's all yellow.
And it's got black stripes, and from what I've been told by the owner, it's a one of one. So there's not another W30 442 yellow with black stripes out there. It's
convertible.
It's convertible.
Well, a convertible W30 is a very rare car, and then the color combinations make them even rarer.
It's a very, very good car. And then, of course, Gullo, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He brought two cars down for us. He brought a 40 Ford convertible and then a 56 Buick Century convertible.
Oh, my God.
How cool
Yes.
is that?
He was thinking about bringing a Woody. I think it was a 34 Woody wagon, but when the Buick showed up, I said that'll do. That'll do.
Yeah.
And how cool is that to come out of a non-publicly viewed collection? So this is probably the only time anybody's going to get an opportunity to see these cars.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
If you're able to, like with his cars, the cool thing is at some of his dealerships, like at the Ford dealership, he'll actually put some on the floor during Christmas, so I've actually been up there and seen that. So it's pretty
nice.
cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Any Tri-5s?
I have a 55 Nomad over there that's real
Ooh,
sweet.
Make my heart beat fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a yellow Nomad?
It's a yellow Nomad.
I'm thinking Hollywood Nights.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
And it's a
Lawrence of Arabia. He went to fight the Turkish. He's an English kind of guy. Me.
It's a really nice car. It's a resto-mod, so it's not original, but it's
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with resto
No,
mods
no,
because,
no.
I mean, I understand that there are some vehicles that are so close to being a survivor that, okay, restore them. But once they get to a certain point, to me, put the disc brakes on it, and put the automatic in it, and drive it.
Well, there's a lot of people that know me and the cars that I have or had, and they're all pretty much stock, and they think, oh, well, he's more of the stock guy. But I'm open to pretty much everything.
A well-done resto-mod, because when you watch the auctions now, some of the well-done resto-mods are bringing way more than the original pure stock car.
Well, and they can actually drive them, Right. I mean, some of the stock cars, they're not like.
And they're not afraid to drive them because, would you truly drive as a daily driver a true 69 Z28 DZ?
No.
No. But would you drive a look-alike
with
that's
a Coyote
got an LS
motor
in it or some a Coyote motor? You put a Ford motor
No.
in a Chevy?
I'm saying in a Ford, if you had a.
Well, yeah, you said Mustang.
But it looks like a Z28, and it's got an LS in it, and fully automatic, and it's got
AC.
all the
Yep.
Yeah, I drive that every
Something
day.
you can drive around Houston, Texas.
Yep. I don't know. There's some really good cars over there. There's one car that's really cool. It's a newer one. It's a '88 Fox body, but the cool thing is it was a father and son project, and they finished it. And so the son said, hey, is there any way I can show the car up there? And I said, well, yeah, I mean, that's possible. So it's kind of cool to have the younger people like me continue this
Getting
on.
engaged.
But
right.
that
Well,
generation.
what about me?
No.
I'm not a younger. Oh, no. Go ahead.
But that generation Fox body has got a huge following.
For some reason, it does.
No,
Yeah.
it's got it for the reason it's lightweight. You can put a lot of power in it.
Some people even say that's like the next Tri-5. People are going to be really over it, and that's
Collectability of it,
probably. I mean, you have the cars that are original, and you have the cars that are modified. So, and they've made plenty of them.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. Good.
Well,
and a good variety of them too.
Right.
But with the Fox body cars, the Mustangs, you're going, wait a minute, you just don't see that many anymore. They've all been used up, and when you see one, you pay attention to it.
Yeah, locked up or used up, one of the two. Yeah.
My buddy had a '93 Cobra, and I've actually found it for him. It had 30,000 miles on it. It was mint. I mean, it was a really nice car. And now if you tried to find that car today, it's just a lot tougher. Same thing with the first-gen Lightnings. I have one of those. Used to, you could find those more so than like the Cobras. But now I've looked here recently, and they're not.
Are you going to get the next-gen Lightning?
I'm not. No.
Not your cup of tea?
No.
Not mine either.
once you get used to, like the first gen, the second gen, you
the
get
performance. Yeah.
exactly. It's not. It's
Don't
not
wanna
the
eat
same.
it.
It's not the same. No.
I think we'll probably talk about that a little bit later in the
Yeah,
show, if
yeah.
not today, tomorrow.
Well,
There is something really cool though. A friend of mine brought up, and it belongs to a family actually. But there's a 1931 Ford mail truck that it hasn't seen any shows or anything until this show. It was restored about 20 years ago, I think, and since then it's been in the garage.
Oh, wow.
So it's real unique. I mean,
You said it was what year?
A 1931 Ford
Oh, how cool.
mail truck. So
Mail truck.
it's like a delivery truck, I guess, but it's got the storage on the back and everything. It's really neat. So
these vehicles that you've got in the classic car section, if I remember right, you look for vehicles that haven't been here before.
I tried to. Yeah. If there's cars that have been here 10 years ago or something like that, then I'll definitely bring them back in because it's been a long time, But I don't like to bring the same cars in every time.
You're looking for something new.
New, yeah, because, I mean, there's some people that probably wouldn't remember them, but a lot of the car guys, if they're like me, they'll say, I've seen that car before.
What is that little yellow and white one with the big blower sticking out of the motor's bigger than
Metro.
the car? Yeah.
The Nash.
Yeah.
The Nash.
Was it a Nash?
Metro?
yes,
Well,
Nash,
anyway,
Nash Metropolitan.
that's one of them. Once you see it, every time you see it, I've seen that car before. I mean, it's so distinct in the way because of the big blower sticking out of the hood. I mean, it's almost as big as the car.
Yeah, there's guys I know, like there's one guy I talked to here recently. He had probably 40 or 50 cars back in 08 or 09. And, I mean, they were all really good cars. And I saw him at a restaurant down by me, and I was talking to him, and I said, I remember this one, so I can remember, depending on the car, I can remember
something that really catches your attention. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think it's good that you try and get new ones, but it's got to be a job. I mean, you got 20 cars this year?
Yes, sir. They want us. I mean, the show is a little bit smaller.
Sure.
So they just wanted to obviously do something, like I said, with the summer show and just not go, usually I have about 50 cars up here or more, and then I have them in the lobby and everything, and they just
it's your display's not in the lobby?
No, there are some cars out there, but that belongs to a pace car collector, those cars out there, and those were brought in through the auto show office.
Oh,
so,
not through you?
Not through me, no.
So tell us about how do you make
wait just a minute. So where is your collection of cars?
It's over by Camp Jeep, actually. So
Okay.
where y'all talked before, I'm over to the right, and there's a beer garden over there. And
Beer garden.
That's
That's
it.
yeah. Here.
That's why we haven't seen it yet.
Just what I need is a beer garden and a W30442.
Well, that's exactly
Convertible. It
Right.
is convertible.
right
Just
in
throw
the
the
middle of the beer garden is a 1929 Rolls Royce and the mail truck. So you can't miss it. Can't.
So how do you make these connections with people?
How do you find those cars is really the question.
Some of it, probably some friends and stuff.
This
but how do you
is some big, well-kept secret.
How do you grow that connection to these different cars?
You just have to go to different shows, and then there will be a buddy that knows a buddy, and you just have to meet people. I mean, that's basically it. You can't. There's a lot of stuff that I've found out. Not even with this title. Just talking to different people about different collections that people have no idea about. My buddy always tells me, you could be driving down a road in Houston and you could see a garage open up and you'd say, well, I've never seen those cars before, So it just
and there's way more of those than people know.
It's way more.
Well, it's like Tony Gullo you were talking about. I have always heard about his collection. I've never seen it. You see one car here, one car
Well, we've
there,
been
whatever.
invited, but it hasn't
It's never
worked
really worked out. But
Right.
so
It's not open to the public, and so
No.
you've got to know Tony to actually get invited up there. It's kind of like Daryl Wisniewski. He has a absolutely stunning car collection. I don't know as if those cars have ever seen the light of day once they've gone into his collection. And you've got to know Daryl, or somebody that knows Daryl,
To get
to
access.
get in. And that day and matter of fact, might as well just spill the beans. Sometime over the summer, we are going to go down there and have our normal in-wheel time car show on a Saturday, and we're going to go down there and take a gander inside Daryl's garage.
Oh, cool.
And it is
promises.
Well, I had to get through this little hump that we've got this weekend, this show, and then tomorrow we're going to be at the NHRA drag races in Baytown. So it's
busy weekend.
It's been a busy, or will be a busy couple of days for us. But once we get past this, we can start focusing on a summer show that I want to do down at Daryl's place.
That would be great.
Yeah.
But as you know better than anybody else, it's amazing some of the collections here in Houston.
I was going to tell you, I've got a few collectors with me this time, and they've been with me before. But I have one that he's got about probably 85 cars.
Wow.
So I mean, and it's another one that's not open to the public, So
it's his own personal collection. Stan Holt, at Lupe Tortilla fame, he's got quite a collection of cars. And we haven't been out there yet.
No.
But when we'll get out there, and when we do, you're going to go, oh my gosh, look at this. It's impressive. These are guys like us that have clearly
more money than we do.
More money than we do that are car
which is easy to do.
Yeah, they're true car collectors, and some of them collect old cars. Some of them collect resto-mods. Daryl, his collection is original muscle cars. And some of them have been restored back to their original condition. Others are the actual original car. He's got a GT.
Non-restored.
GT out there that it still has the plastic on the seats.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So it's an eclectic collection of collectors.
I've never been to his collection, but going to the shows over the years and everything, I've seen different cars. Autorama, he used to show there,
yep.
And he's got some very nice cars. Very nice.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm. And do you know Daryl?
I do. I talked to him at Keels and Wheels when he was out there.
We were out there too, in the rain.
It was wet.
It was pouring.
Yeah.
So have you met John? John Hovis from
Yes.
Hemi Hideout?
Well, I don't know him personally, but I've been out to the Hemi. Yeah.
That's
a nice
beautiful,
place.
open to the public collection. But I don't think he's done anything since COVID. I think they've been completely shut down.
We talked to him. They're looking at trying to get cranked up again, maybe late June.
Yeah, this summer.
So they were checking with us about scheduling and see what we could do to help
them
out.
Good.
See, my dad and I, we collect old porcelain signs, like not like. He's got the neons. I mean, we have some, but I mean that's one thing with that collection is even if you had the building just with the signs, you would say, oh my gosh,
breathtaking.
Now you have the cars in there, and it's over the top.
Well, the cars, the tractors, the motorcycles, and what's his latest is all of the gun.
Ammunition.
I haven't been out there.
Advertising.
Antique stuff with that. Oh, yeah, all that stuff. It's
I think John catches an interest in something and
goes
runs full bore
at
it.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, so what is your background? How did you get into this? Are you a collector yourself?
I wouldn't say we've had a few cars, so I wouldn't say I'm a collector, but we've usually, like right now, I think we have about 7, I think.
Okay, what do you got?
We have a 71 Boss 351, 71 Mach 1, 69 Shelby GT350.
Oh God!
I'm seeing a trend here.
He knows Randy Weldon.
Oh, everybody knows Randy.
95 Ford Lightning, 54 Chevy pickup truck. That's a little.
Well, that's your one-off.
That's the one-off, yeah. And then I have another car that's newer, but it's a 2009 Terlingua.
Okay, the Mustang.
Yeah.
Because Terlingua, I can't pronounce it.
Terlingua, Texas.
Was kind of Shelby's home base at one point, wasn't it?
Well, he would go down there, and that's where they would go party and everything. So basically,
drink a few beers at the beer garden.
Yeah. I wouldn't know anything about any of that.
It was a chili. It was a chili that made him do that.
The chili.
There you go. That's part of the story down there.
Yeah.
So we had that car, and the odd thing about it is there's only 2 convertibles, so it's one of the convertibles, and all the cars were built at Las Vegas at Shelby. So
okay.
or most of them. There's a few that were built at Tasca, and there's another place in Dallas that was doing them. But for the most part, they came out of Las Vegas.
Yeah, Tasca is the Ford dealer in New England.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if it's actually Boston, but
they have a lot of racing history. They've been with Ford a long time.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I would imagine that he'll be out at Houston Raceway Park this weekend.
Bob Tasca III.
Uh-huh.
He has a symbol on the side of his car. It says BG.
You would know that.
Absolutely. I photograph it all the time. I work for BG.
Yeah.
So kind of happy to see that.
So, okay, so you got all the collection. You got your own collection. And you are well-connected. You're a connected collection collector.
I try to be.
With clean copper clappers.
There's always more to find. You know, I've learned that there's no way you can know about there's always more stuff to find out there. So, and nothing really surprises me now. I mean, if someone said, hey, you know, this guy has 300 cars, I would say, well, probably, you know.
Yeah. Who might argue with that?
No.
Or even some of the storage places here in town that have 200 and 300 cars. It may be owned by 20 or 30 different, 50 different people, but they house all of their cars, they care for their cars, and it's kind of like they call in and they'll get the car ready and park it outside.
Like concierge.
Like a concierge.
Exactly.
I couldn't think of the word, but
yeah. Yep, they have it's like climate-controlled storage, but they maintain them and everything.
Yeah, they got a little shop inside there.
Mm-hmm.
We
keep them running, keep the fluids flowing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to see your cars out in the foyer of NRG.
Foyer.
The lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
No, I don't have any out there this time. In January, we'll be back to
the lobby again.
Mm-hmm.
And now, did you know this pace car collector?
I don't personally know him. Wyatt, who's head of the auto show, he knows him. So
okay.
But I have seen the cars. I don't think I've seen these cars here before, but I have seen them displayed before. So he's got a bunch of pace cars. That's pretty much all there is pace cars.
What a cool collection that's got to be, though, too.
Yeah.
You know, you think through the years, there's 100 some odd years of Indy pace cars, and some really cool ones through the 60s and 70s.
Yep, there's a 70 Olds convertible out there.
I didn't even have to say it. I knew he'd say it.
Pathetic.
Well, you just don't see those, you know, so it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oldsmobile had quite a few pace cars.
It's a matter of opinion.
They did 70, 72, 77, 88.
Dr. Oldsmobile over here.
Mm-hmm. Then they had the Little Red Calais, and then they did an Oldsmobile Aurora. Yeah, they had quite a few.
So Conrad, if you haven't figured it out, actually worked for the Oldsmobile division of General Motors for quite some time.
Oh, some time.
So he is a
Olds nut.
Olds
aficionado.
Aficionado. That's way over the top. But yes, you're right.
But I don't have a collection of them. I only have one of them. But I wish I did have a collection of them. But
and you would add the 442 and the one in the lobby?
Yeah.
And he'd find stuff to put in the trunk of each one of them.
Yeah. When I show I had my car at Autorama. I couldn't open the trunk because it was just full of stuff. I mean, like completely packed full of
junk,
useless junk.
You call it stuff. There's other words.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was this what was in there? You know, usually there's cleaning supplies.
No, there was cases of water,
rope,
spare tire, rope.
There's duct tape,
jumper cable,
blankets.
It sounds like storage.
It is storage.
Oh, okay.
There were a lot of used parts, and not used parts. A lot of parts I bought and put in the trunk so my wife wouldn't know.
That's such a lie.
That's
his wife wouldn't know it.
He's been telling us that for 2 years now.
That is totally
and haven't put any
a
of them
lie.
on the car.
When was the last time you drove it?
Oh, gosh.
Mr.
There you
Pinocchio
go.
here.
There's your answer.
October.
October of what?
2017?
No, last year. I had it out in October last year.
Yeah?
Yep, that's
It's
probably
got an
worth it.
ignition switch problem, but
Yeah.
he won't fix that either.
What year,
I'll
what
fix
year
it.
is it?
To 70 Rally 350.
Oh.
He's
So
got
it's-
an
it's
ignition
all-
switch in his trunk.
It's
his
all
works.
442, but it's got the 350 engine in it. And it's got the yellow bumpers, the urethane bumpers on them.
Yeah.
So kind of a unique little
It
car.
is. It's very unique looking.
Yeah, that's a good car.
So maybe if I clean it up and get the trunk empty, he can have it at the show next year.
That's right. That's,
See, I could be a collector. I have a goal to achieve.
That's right. And a new set of he's got 10-year-old tires
oh gosh,
on it
yeah, I've got to get new tires.
that are all cracked and
They probably don't have 3,000 miles on them, but
Very
they're over 10
disappointing.
years old. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
especially with a tire guy here.
Yeah,
he
very
beat me up
disappointing.
on it.
Well, if we have to, you can bring it up here and we can just push it in. I mean,
No,
then-
well,
No, it drives when he puts a new switch
when
in
he
it.
can start it.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Don just got new tires. He had 10-year-old tires on
No,
his
No.
they're coming up on 5.
5. Okay.
5
on your Corvette.
on the Corvette, yes. So it's got new rubber on it now.
Baby got new shoes.
Baby got new shoes. It's got an alignment. It's got a new battery, and
Fluids are all been
Oh,
changed.
yeah, it's all-
Oh, that was on you.
it's all looking good. Yeah, we're gonna take
And
a
it
little.
sits under a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
He
gonna
doesn't drive it very much either.
take it out on a little road trip here this next week.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Take it for a
thinking
spin.
about going on up to LaGrange.
Oh.
There's a home out in LaGrange.
I'm out on the range.
There's also quite a collection up in LaGrange.
Yeah.
Of what?
There's a car collection
Yeah.
up in
Oh.
LaGrange. I've known a couple of people. I want to say Randy and the Mustang. Oh, not the Rabbit collection. the car collection up in LaGrange. God, Don.
The Madam
Get you.
collection.
I didn't say anything. You just dreamed all that up in your own mind.
Yeah. You're in my mind, Don.
That's right.
That's scary.
Oh, boy.
It is.
Here we go.
But I can't help myself. It's just that who I am, you know. People like him seek me out.
Oh.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I'm still in trouble with my wife because Don recommended a restaurant in California for my
Easy.
wife and
Easy.
and son and daughter to go eat at.
Yeah, called Asia SF.
And what happened?
It's a drag show.
Oh.
It's a really good drag show.
So send your comments to info@inwheeltime.com.
Well, no, it's
what's
free
wrong with that?
advertising for them.
This is an auto show.
What's
This
wrong?
isn't- This
What's
is an
wrong
auto
with
show.
that?
Well, we're going to the drag show tomorrow.
Drag
We are
strip.
going to go to, but it's a different drag show. There's no dresses
Oh,
there.
boy.
Just saying.
Oh,
Ben,
boy.
it's great to see you.
It's great to see you too.
Thank you
gonna
so much for
join you.
stopping by. It's always a pleasure, and we love to hear the stories that you've got to share, and obviously the car collections that you managed to pick from. And this time, we are going to call you,
Okay.
aren't we?
Yeah, for sure.
You have it. I gave him.
We've
I
got
gave
it
him my
recorded.
card.
We
so.
have it on camera. That
Yeah,
we
we
have
got
the
it.
card.
Yep.
No
Do I need to give
excuses.
one to y'all so that y'all can keep track?
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah?
Give us 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ben Miller,
That way, when they lose one, they can keep
Houston
the other
Auto
one.
Show Classic Edition, back behind Camp Jeep over here. Be sure and stop
Come
by
out
and
and check them
bet.
out.
Yeah, and see him. All right, we're going to have more of the In Wheel Time Car Show Special Edition, or as we call it, the In Wheel Time Extra.
Extra.
Extra, and it's going to continue right after a quick break, so stay with us.
Let me tell you about a locally owned and operated group of dealerships called Bayway. Bayway owner Daryl Wisniewski is born and raised right here, and he knows Houstonians better than anyone. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Bayway Lincoln, and Bayway Chevrolet are managed by Lincoln Stahl. And when you get to know these guys, you'll want to become part of the Bayway family too. Feel good that you're part of Houstonian-owned Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com, BaywayChevrolet.com, and BaywayLincoln.com. Remember the name, Bayway. Tailpipes and Tacos expands again. Now you'll be able to participate at 3 Lupi Tortilla locations. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier Saturday morning cruise-in, featuring made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and good times. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos, now at 3 Lupi Tortilla locations. Highway 249 in Tomball, West U on 59 near Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. At Tailpipes and Tacos, you'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto-mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at 3 Lupe Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy, Tomball, and Westview. Drag racer car enthusiast and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be broadcasting from the Katy location. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m., now at 3 locations, Tomball, Katy, and Westview, weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield.